More baseball talk too, but now Canada's national summer sport. The St. Catharines Junior A Athletics regular season begins Wednesday night at home, Canada Games Park, and this season is a big one.
Everybody's talking, the buzz ain't just a beer. Radio man keeps saying, this could be our year. Huddled up headlights, team colors cross the lawn. Don't matter where you're coming from, we're here to get it gone. It's that hometown crowd, yeah, it's in our blood. And even when the clock runs out, we still raise the cup. It ain't about that hat trick, home run, or big first down. Just looking for a little something we can rally around. Are you in or are you out? Ain't about seat in the house. Courtside or on the couch, we still get loud.
The 20-game audition is over. Now it's time for the big dance. 8 teams, 1 goal. An Ontario Junior Lacrosse League title and a trip to the Minto Cup. Good evening, everyone, from the Tony Rose Arena in Orangeville. It's Game 1 of the quarterfinal series between Kitchener-Waterloo Lacrosse Club and the Orangeville Northmen. I'm Alan Corkum. Should be a great one. The Kitchener-Waterloo Lacrosse Club finished at 7-13 this season and got the 8th and final spot in the playoffs. The Orangeville Northmen were the top team in the league at 16-4 and are looking for a repeat as OJLL champions. Glad you could join us on the YouTube channel tonight for Game 1. One of 3 games across the league tonight as the playoffs get underway on a steamy mid-July evening in Southern Ontario. Officials for tonight's game are Kyle Coulter, Mark Smith, and Mark Thompson. It'll be Joe Columbus and Owen Ron with the opening draw and his control with the Northmen, and we're underway from the Tony Rose. It's Aaron Toguri behind the net being double-teamed by KW. He'll get it and drop it off for Max Kruger, the super rookie. 6th in league scoring in the regular season. Trey Deer, who had a big playoff last season, gets it over for Kruger. Drops it back as the offense on the floor now for the Northmen. They work it over to Liam Matthews. Matthews. It's back over to Dylan Sanderson. Shot clock is expired. It was winding down and it is over, so a shot clock violation against the Northmen. Picking the ball up, it's James Donnelly. He gets it ahead for Reese DeChico. DeChico will drop it off for Donnelly. He'll go off on a change. Donnelly drops it over for Max Frateroli. Get it for John Logue. Pick up from Oakville at the trade deadline. Over for Donnelly. 10 on the shot clock. Rathwell wanted to take the shot and whistle just wide. Rebound picked up by some tight D there with the Northmen, and it's gobbled up by the starting goalie for the Northmen tonight, Evan Konstantopoulos. Zach Richards is in goal for KW. Trey Deer now gets it over for Cam Sanderson. Drops it back for Matthews. Liam Matthews gets a pick. Ball pops out, but he regains his footing. Shot clock winding down to 10. Matthews down for Deer. Deer takes a shot. It's off a body and wide. Bounces, just stays over the half. Shot clock winding down, fired wide of the net, and there'll be another shot clock violation against the Northmen. Matthews led the Northmen this season in scoring with 93 points, and Max Kruger as a rookie had 85 and was 6th in the league in scoring. No score yet. Keegan Dietweiler now with it. He'll drop it off. There's a chance for KW, and a big save by Konstantopoulos off the paddle of James Donnelly, but a fresh 30 for Kitchener-Waterloo. Now it's Nolan Barker dropping it back for Donnelly. Donnelly moving his way in. Donnelly cuts towards the net and fires it wide. Gobbled back up. There's a shot by Barker just over the head of Konstantopoulos. And it's a back over violation against Kitchener-Waterloo, and it'll be Northman ball. Northmen are heavy favorites in this series, but you know what? That's why you play the game. Kitchener-Waterloo are playing with house money. Nothing to lose. They're going to play loose, and they had a decent start so far in the first couple minutes. But the Northmen are going to try to change that. There's a shot and a save by Zach Richards. And a Kitchener-Waterloo player went in and out of the crease, so it'll be Northmen ball again. 2:12 gone here in the first period. It'll be Dylan Sanderson picking the ball up. He was a killer against Kitchener-Waterloo this season. Gets it over Aiden Matthews. Matthews cutting in as a space. And he stepped in the crease. It'll be a crease violation against the Northmen. Dylan Sanderson had 6 goals and 7 assists, 13 points in 2 games against Kitchener-Waterloo this season. Orangeville took the season series 2 games to none, but the last meeting between these clubs was only a 2-goal difference. So Kitchener-Waterloo looking to pull off an upset, trying to hang tough with the defending OJLL champion Northmen, who are the top seed. And coming up the floor now, it's Sean Costigan. Drops it back for Liam Matthews. Matthews going hard towards the net. Now will spin back, look and survey the scene. Drops it back for Owen Ron. Ron off the bench to a streaking Max Kruger. Kruger gets a pick. Looking around, Kruger will hang on over to Matthews. Matthews with 5 on the shot clock. Takes it. Nice save by Richardson. He'll gobble it up. A little bit of pushing and shoving there at the side of the net between Ron and Ryder Haynes, who goes off to the bench for Kitchener-Waterloo. Now Dietweiler down low for Sam Savory. Dietweiler gets the return. He takes a shot and a save by Konstantopoulos. And he hangs on and he'll drop it off. Back up the floor come the Northmen. It's Jaden Siapara up for Trey Deer. Trey Deer being watched closely, but he'll drop it off. They work the ball around. Here's Sanderson, takes a shot. Saved by Zach Richards as it remains scoreless 4 minutes into this one. Live on the OJLL YouTube channel, Game 1, quarterfinal series, Kitchener-Waterloo against Orangeville. Game 2 will be in Kitchener-Waterloo on Tuesday night, 7:30. Bit of a change there, circling behind the net. Are the Kitchener-Waterloo. Now Rathwell takes it. Look for the shot. He's the captain. Gets a high hit. Shot clock winding down. Feeds it off. One last chance. Swing and a miss and a big hit as Elijah Edwards knocks down Max Frateroli. Here comes Edwards in alone. And a big save by Zach Richards as he gets drilled to the floor. Frateroli and Edwards with quite the battle here up and down the floor. Good effort there by number 13, Elijah Edwards of the Northmen. Now there's a chance. Savory coming in. But he stepped in the crease, and it's a crease violation against KW. Great action end-to-end here in the first 5 minutes of this one, but still looking for the game's first goal. Matthews over for Sanderson. Sanderson shoots, and a save by Richards. There's a fight for the rebound. They get held up there a little bit, and they're going to freshen. Oh, look at the goalie coming at Richards with a pick. Much to the chagrin of the fans here at the Tony Rose. Long pass up ahead for Lowen Martin. Martin is going to drop it off and get the offense on the floor for Kitchener-Waterloo. Dietweiler has it. Drops it over to Malachi Good. Back for Donnelly. Shot clock winding down. He has to hurry. Takes a shot. Looking for the 5-hole, but a good save there by Konstantopoulos as he shuts the door. And here come the Northmen up the floor again. Owen Tubble drops it off for Cohen Jennings. Jennings back for Aiden Matthews. Matthews, that stick dancing, drops it off for Kruger. Now for Cam Sanderson. For Jennings in tight. He's triple teamed. Trying to hang on to that ball, but it comes loose. Still fighting for it inside. And the shot clock expires. It'll be a shot clock violation against the Northmen. So we're over 6 minutes into this one. Still looking for the game's first goal. Haynes drops it back for Barker. Over to the captain, Chris Rathwell. Now it's back. Savory. Over for Rathwell. Rathwell looking to pass. He's being defended there really tightly by Graydon Stokes. Shot clock winding down. Rathwell fights his way out of it. Ball pops loose. Has to hurry. Gets a pass down low. One last chance. Gets a shot up before the shot clock expires, but a good save there by Konstantopoulos off the paddle of Nolan Barker. Now the Northmen up the floor once again. It'll be left for Trey Deer. Deer bats it over for Sanderson. Comes Sanderson busting towards the net, takes a shot, he scores! Dylan Sanderson was a killer to KW in the regular season, and he gets the first goal of the playoffs for the Northmen. Just under 7 minutes gone. It's 1-0 for the home side, and they're loving it here at the Tony Rose. And here you see on the replay, Dylan Sanderson finds an opening, cuts towards the net, gets held up a little bit, but then he flicks it up and over the arm of Zach Richards. So first goal of the playoffs goes to Dylan Sanderson of the Northmen, and it's 1-0 Orangeville. 13:01 remaining in the first period. They're going to war possession to KW off the face-off. And we'll see what happens now. They'll head the ball. Dietweiler now with it. They'll work it around. Nathan Ward. Pardon me, that's Logue. Logue is wearing number 6. They work it around. There's a chance. There it is. Bounced just wide by DeChico. Now picking it back up is Dietweiler. Shot clock winding down. It's a back over violation. And wait a sec. They're going to have a penalty here. Might be a penalty shot. Let's just see. Wait a sec. Or it's going to be delay a game, I believe. Yeah, it'll be delay a game. So Orangeville to the power play. Yeah, delay a game is a call as he. Looks like the goalies will go to their respective benches for a quick refreshment break. Give us a quick moment here to update the scores from out of town. And we got Mimico with a 1-0 lead over the Toronto Beaches. That game is being played in Pickering. And no score between Peterborough and Six Nations up at the ILA. Those are also game ones of the series tonight. So delay a game penalty against Kitchener-Waterloo, and Orangeville will go to the power play just 27 seconds after they open the scoring, thanks to number 11, Dylan Sanderson. And they'll give the ball to Matthews at this time for the power play of the Northmen, as they'll work the ball around. It's back for Matthews. Matthews, Kruger, back for Matthews, back for Kruger. Thought about shooting, will decide otherwise. Kruger behind the back. Sanderson, Deer shoots! And a big save by Zach Richards to keep it a 1-0 game. Goalie coming up huge there for Kitchener-Waterloo. Now Reese DeChico up the floor. Chico, a little bit of slipping there. There'll be some sweat on the floor of the Knights. They've got to be very careful. It's a steamy one here in Tony Rose tonight and a warm day in Orangeville. Now Barker just looking to kill off precious seconds of the penalty. He'll drop it off to the captain, Rathwell. Shot clock winding down. And it will be a shot clock violation as Rathwell is being really bothered there, especially by Aaron Taguri, the pickup at the trade deadline from Mimico by the Northmen. Still just over a minute to go on the power play for the Northmen. Matthews will get the return feed from Deer. Liam Matthews goes down low for Sanderson. Back to Matthews. Shoots. He scores! What a rocket by Liam Matthews on the power play. And it's 2-0 for the home side. 8:37 gone in period number 1 as a power play strikes for Orangeville. And you can see Liam Matthews plays give and go with Sanderson. Gets it up high in the slot and just rifles one into the top corner. Past an unsuspecting Zach Richards. 2-0 Orangeville, 11:23 to go here in period number 1. It'll be Ron taking the draw for Orangeville against Joe Columbus, and it's one back for KW. D. Tomasis now with it. Gets it up the floor for DeChico. Reese DeChico back for D. Tomasis. Drops it off for John Logue. Logue down low for Savory. Sam Savory lobs it on back for Malachi Good. Over for Donnelly. Back for Logue. John Logue will just calmly throw it towards the net. didn't get very far, and it's scooped up by number 4, Jaden Siapara of the Northmen. Siapara drops it off for Liam Matthews. He'll take a shot. Nice save by Richards. And a big hit. And it'll be KW ball after Haynes was drilled by Cohen Jennings in the crease. Here comes Rathwell now with it. Rathwell, the Lehigh product, drops it back for Donnelly. Gets it over for Frederoli. There's a chance and a save by Konstantopoulos off the captain's stick. Now big Balfour just down below the camera view. It's back for Max Frederoli. Drops it off. There's a chance for Donnelly, but a good save by Konstantopoulos. As we've reached the halfway point of period number 1. Goals by Dylan Sanderson and a power play marker by Liam Matthews at the home side up 2-0 here on the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs on the OJLL YouTube channel. We'll have 2 other games this week, and there's Matthews again with a great chance. Rebound, and trying for the high lob was Sean Koskin, but he couldn't get it. They'll say the Kitchener-Waterloo player went in and out of the crease, so it'll be Orangeville ball. We'll have 2 more games this week. We'll let you know those broadcast details in moments. Now they'll work it around. Sanderson. Oh, legal pick there. I guess a pushing and shoving here. We got, I think, a battle in the crease there. They might have got a little too close to the goalie. We're going to have a penalty maybe out of this. Let's see. Looks like Max Kruger is heading towards, is he going to the box or is he going to the bench? Let's see. Nope, Kruger is going to take a penalty, so it'll be a power play for Kitchener-Waterloo. Let's see what happened here on the replay. You see the pick was called, and I think Kruger took the shot after the whistle, so that's what it is. So I believe it's an unsportsmanlike penalty because he took the shot after the whistle had gone. So that's what they were all upset about. So it is a Kitchener-Waterloo power play. Orangeville struck on their first chance, and now we'll see if KW can get back within 1. There's a shot, and just missed by James Donnelly. They're going to call it a delay of game. Could have been unsportsmanlike as well, but nonetheless, it is a penalty. But Orangeville regain possession now of a turnover, and they'll try to kill off some seconds of this penalty against the super rookie who led all rookies this season, and it's probably a shoe-in for Rookie of the Year in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League, Max Kruger. Now is Donnie Scott. Scott works it over to the captain, Siapara. Back for Donnie Scott. Only 3 in the shot clock. They're going to throw towards the goal. Misses. And it's a shot clock violation against Orangeville, but they have killed off 45 seconds already of the penalty to Kruger for delay of game. So now they'll drop it back for James Donnelly. Donnelly, 63 points on the season. There's a nice pass, but it's broken up. And back to pick it up is Frederoli, who has 65 points, second on the team in the season. Donnelly, Rathwell, Frederoli with his chance, but a great save by Konstantopoulos. Fresh 30 on the shot clock for Kitchener-Waterloo. Rathwell, Donnelly, Frederoli. We're working around. Frederoli with a chance, and it bounces wide of the net. And it's going to be, now they're going to wave it off as Barker picks it up. They say he was tipped, so no back over violation. 30 seconds left, 5 on the shot clock. They'll have to get a shot off. There's one, but it misses the net. Another chance for Barker, and he does get it off before the shot clock expires, but a good save there by Konstantopoulos as he hangs on. Now Trey Deere is going to hold on. There's about an 11-second difference between the penalty and the shot clocks. They're going to try to hold it for Kruger to get back on the floor, and he's getting instruction from the bench. See if they want him to jump into the play or go off for another man. Now Matthews. Penalty's done. Kruger's going to join the rush. Why not? He's got the hot stick this season. There's a chance. Big save there by Richards off of Cam Sanderson. And it's picked up by Kitchener-Waterloo. Martin over center floor. Drops it off for Sam Savory. Savory trying to cut by the defense. Gets a pick. Drops it back for John Logue. Logue. Too good off the bench. Dietweiler off his paddle, and it's intercepted by Siapara. Coming up the floor, lots of space. Oh, he cuts in, but he lost his footing. Chance to pass. Oh, and getting knocked down into the crease was Owen Ron. But Orangeville now have 15 seconds to recover here with the shot clock. They're up 2-0. Liam Matthews has a power play goal, looking for his second of the night. Shot clock winding down. It's back for Kruger. Kruger cuts in, but a save by Richards as he squeezes the ball with his arm. 6.5 to go here in the first period. Drop back for Frateroli. He's a Vermont product. Logue. Back for Savory. Here's a chance. Oh, a swing and a miss there, but a good defensive play by Graydon Stokes to knock it out. There's a foot race. There's a chance. Scores! Levi Toohey puts it home on the break. It is 3-0 Orangeville, just like that. He celebrates with his teammates going off. So here it is. Toohey just gobbles it up and he goes coast to coast. What a shot right through the wickets of Zach Richards. Levi Toohey gets on the board. 3-0 Northmen, 6:08 to go here in the first period. His first goal of the season, including the regular season. He played 3 regular season games and did not get a goal or a point in those games, and now he's on the board. Official Coulter there telling the players to watch what they're doing behind the play. So Kitchener-Waterloo in a bit of a hole. They're down 3-0 to this strong Northman squad, the defending Ontario Junior Lacrosse League champions, beginning their quest for a repeat. As a back over violation against the KW squad, so it was Northman ball. Drops it back for Eden Matthews. Now Liam Matthews has it. They work it around. Kruger. There's a chance. Bit of a floater. Rebound, but stepping in the crease was Cohen Jennings. So it's a crease violation against the Northmen. And they're going to call for a floor wipe because of all the sweat that's coming off these bodies here tonight. It's a very hot and sticky arena, so there'll be probably lots of these going on. A chance to look at the out-of-town scoreboard as you look at Zach Richards going off. So we have a 3-1 Mimico lead, leading the Beaches. A bit of an upset there. Out in Pickering tonight, the Beaches were playing at Ted Reeve for the regular season, but they have moved to Pickering due to ice going in the Ted Reeve Arena. The other game at the ILA, Six Nations with a 1-0 lead on Peterborough. And that's also game 1 of that quarterfinal series. And it was Noah Snyder with the goal for Six Nations in that one. So quick timeout. Both goalies got a drink, and now the officials get one as well. You can see the young group of young girls coming on the floor right now to give the floor a good wipe. See there on your screen. I think it was the same young girls that were on the floor there practicing with the Northern before the game, so they get a nice chance to try out with them and then to wipe the floor up. It's a good job there, and they get a nice round of applause from the crowd here at the Tony Rose Arena. And now we're ready to go back to action. It'll be Kitchener-Waterloo ball. Dietweiler now with it. They'll work it around. Good. Over to Rathwell. Avoids a check. Rathwell. Back for Dietweiler. Takes a shot and a save by Konstantopoulos. Northman pick it up. Elijah Edwards. Gets it over for Liam Matthews. Matthews, Toohey, and Sanderson, the goal scorers for Orangeville. A 3-0 lead. 5:15 remaining in the first period. Worked around for Aiden Matthews. Matthews is behind the net for Cam Sanderson. Back for Matthews. Takes a shot. But shutting that 5-hole in the nick of time was Zach Richards. They pass it up the floor to number 8, Reese DeChico. He gets it over for James Donnelly. Donnelly drops it off for Keegan Dietweiler. Now they work it back for Frateroli. Frateroli with a shot, scores! Let the good times roll. Max Frateroli gets the Kitchener-Waterloo Lacrosse Club on the board, and right back in the game, it's 3-1. Frateroli at 21 in the regular season. Here it is again. He's up high. Season opening, and he bounces one right through a seeing eye shot that beats Evan Konstantopoulos, and Frateroli gets Kitchener-Waterloo on the board. 3-1 with 4:40 remaining in the first period. Logan Donnelly get the assist on the goal. Now there's Berger. Up for DeChico. Chico with it. Speaking to this Kitchener-Waterloo coaching staff for the game, they're just looking to limit their mistakes, keep the score low, and full team effort. And it's a tall task against this Orangeville squad, but they're doing a pretty good job so far. Only a 2-goal lead, but they got to keep them off the board. That's the key. They're a young squad. Getting this playoff experience is key for them, but they want to do more than just be a participant. There's a shot by Liam Matthews as he knocks a stick right out of the hand of Nate DeTomasis. KW bring the ball up the floor. It's number 10, Lowen Martin. He'll drop it off for DeTomasis. Back for Martin. They'll both go off for the offense as they transition onto the floor now. Logue drops it back for Nolan Barker. They get it down and tight, and Konstantopoulos has to make a save. Ball pops out. And it's Elijah Edwards. He has some speed. Edwards coming up. Now he surveys the scene. He'll go off for the offense. Draws it back for Dylan Sanderson. Now it's there. Matthews with a shot. Nice blocker save. Now they work it around. That's picked up by Caden Berger. Berger. Gets it up ahead for number 15, Sam Savory. Savory cuts in. He gets pushed down to the floor. And some good defense there, and it's scooped up by the captain, Jaden Ciapara. Up for Owen Tubble. And then back to Matthews, and he shoots, and it's saved by Richards. Tigers have been pretty solid so far to keep this game within reach for Kitchener-Waterloo. 2:40 remaining in the first period. Dietweiler back for Rathwell. Over to Logue, back for Rathwell. Rathwell tries to get an opening. Drops it off for Frateroli. He's held up. Play goes on. There's a chance for Logue, and it's fired wide. And the ball will sit there, and it's a shot clock violation against Kitchener-Waterloo. Fans that have made the trek up from the Tri-Cities tonight didn't like the non-call there against their squad. Letting the officials know here about that a little bit. Now it's Dylan Sanderson. Drops it off. They're working over for Aiden Matthews. Matthews takes a shot. Kicked away by Richards. Owen Ron with the rebound and a fresh 30 on the shot clock for Orangeville. They'll work it over for Matthews. Aiden Matthews. Cuts in. Oh, he's got lots of time. But then he got knocked down, gets a shot on it, a big save again by Richards. And KW picks it back up. DeTomasis is up the floor with a good defensive job. Dropped off there for Trayton Weinstein. He'll leave it for Rathwell, and he'll go off. Minute and a half to go here in the first period. Rathwell. Back for Donnelly. Over to Malachi Good. Oh, and he's drilled down to the floor by Owen Tubble. And into the stick of Tubble, he'll bring it ahead. Leaves it for Trey Deere. Into the final minute of the first period, Deere for Liam Matthews. Matthews. Ball behind the back, feed doesn't work for Trey Deere. Deere with a hit there, and they're going to award possession there to KW. Graham Crowder leaves it off for Dietweiler. Back for Savory. Over to Donnelly. Frateroli. Dietweiler for Logue off the bench, takes a shot and a save by Konstantopoulos. And the feed goes now to Levi Tui. Up ahead, and a timeout on the floor. Taken by the Northmen for final shot, 23.3 to go in the first, and they're up 3-1. Game 1 of the quarterfinal series. Ontario Junior Lacrosse League on the OJLL YouTube channel. Al Corrigan with you from the Tony Rose Arena. Upcoming games on the OJLL YouTube channel. We'll have Game 2 of Six Nations versus Peterborough from the Peterborough Memorial Center on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock ball drop there. And then on Thursday, it'll be Game 3 of St. Catharines versus Whitby, 7:30 ball drop. So we'll see if that's a 2-0 lead. Will that be a deciding game for one of those teams, or will that be a team looking to take an upper hand? I'm thinking it might be a team trying to go ahead 2-1, because I think that could be one of the best series. There's a lot of intriguing matchups in the first round. You have this one, you have the Beaches against Mimico, and then the other two are going to be really, really strong. Two good teams are going to be beat out in the first round. You got Six Nations against Peterborough, and you have probably the biggest matchup of the first round, Whitby against St. Catharines, who are the hosts of the Minto Cup. Whitby's a strong team as well, so we'll see what happens. Now the timeout is over, and the ball is left for Owen Ron as they'll hold for last possession of the first period. Ron slowly looking. The clock is winding down, as is the game clock. Sanderson behind the net. There's a pass. Kruger shoots off the post. Rebound, save by Richards. And he shuts the door at the buzzer to end period number 1. The first 3 goals went to the Northmen. Kitchener-Waterloo got one back late, and after 20 minutes, the Northmen lead Kitchener-Waterloo 3-1. You're watching Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs on the OJLL YouTube channel. We'll be back for period 2 in a few moments.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing.
Let's go, raise up one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
You can catch the fun with lacrosse, Canada's national summer sport. Everyone can experience the excitement of lacrosse, where fun meets fitness and friends are made. Lacrosse is one of the youngest organized sports children can play. And with 66 clubs throughout Ontario, everyone can get in on the fun. Visit playlacrosse.com. Our interactive map will help you find a lacrosse club in your area. Join the Ontario lacrosse community today. Ask a parent before going online.
Welcome back to the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs on the OJLL YouTube channel. Orangeville 3-1 over Kitchener-Waterloo, but to begin the second period, here's a look at the first goal by Dylan Sanderson going hard to the net as he breaks the ice in this one, make it 1-0. Then on the power play, it's Liam Matthews. He'll play give and go with Sanderson. He gets the ball back and then rifles one to the top corner to make it 2-0. Then off a miss by Kitchener-Waterloo, it's Levi Toohey turning on the Jets all the way up the floor, and he'll put one through the 5-hole of Zach Richards to make it 3-0. But then Kitchener-Waterloo will get one back late in the period, and it's Max Frederoli. You'll see at the top of your screen, he cuts in and puts one in through the sidearm of Evan Konstantopoulos, and that's where we sit 3-1 Orangeville after one period of play. As you look at the Northmen having their huddle before the period starts, Kitchener-Waterloo is yet to come on the floor. They're waiting, I think, for them, the players, to move. So other scores from the other playoff games, we'll get an update from out of town. Mimico leads Toronto Beaches 3-1 after a period. That game is being played in Pickering. And another 3-1 score, another visiting team winning Peterborough with a 3-1 lead over Six Nations at the ILA. So a couple of upsets maybe brewing after one, but still lots of lacrosse to be played in every game tonight across the league. Our next telecast will be Tuesday night in Peterborough, and Six Nations will visit Peterborough for Game 2. Who'll have the upper hand in that series? Tune in 8 o'clock live on the YouTube channel to find out. And we're getting set now for period number 2. And a scoop and an interception there by Carter Coffey to start the period. But then it's shot down near the KW net, and it's scooped up by Zach Richards as it's a little bit of hot potato between the clubs to start the second period. Now it's Reese to Chico. Looking around, see who can pass to Chico. Drops it off for James Donnelly. Ball will pop into the paddle of Elijah Edwards. He's looking for an opening. Decides to put on the brakes and feed it and go off the floor for the offense. Gets it over for Cohen Jennings. Over to Max Kruger. Kruger. Over for Aiden Matthews. Back for Liam Matthews. Liam takes a bump, still goes. Now Liam behind the back with a shot, but he missed. That would have been a beauty if he would have been able to connect. Turnover now to Kitchener-Waterloo. Up for Donnelly. Wide open chance. Scores! It's the captain, Chris Rathwell, left all alone in front, and he makes no mistake. And the upstart Kitchener-Waterloo Lacrosse Club are within one. 3-2, just under a minute gone here in period 2. Here it is again. On your screen is it looks like Orangeville caught napping just a little bit. The long feed up the floor. A 2-on-1. And all alone is the captain Rathwell, and he makes no mistake putting it up and over the arm of Evan Konstantopoulos. And it's a 3-2 game, 1-goal lead for Orangeville here early in the second period. And they control off the draw to Kitchener-Waterloo. Now it's Morton with it. Over to Savory. That ball is up for grabs. There's a foot race. Here comes Carter Coffey all low. Coffey coming in. Drops it back, but they can't handle the feed. And they're going to give the possession rate back to the Northmen. Good effort there by Carter Coffey. We see his family just down below our broadcast position here tonight cheering him on, along with the rest of the Northmen. Now it's Kruger. There's a chance for a trade here, but he hit it off the post. So he was left alone at the side of the net. But a fresh 30 on the clock for the Northmen. Matthews, cross floor to Kruger. Kruger behind the back. Sanderson coming in. But he went through the crease. So it'll be Kitchener-Waterloo ball. Now it's Graham Crowder. Crowder drops it off for DeTomasis. He'll go off the floor as the offense is back on for Kitchener-Waterloo, looking to tie it up. They were down 3-0. They're within one. Now Donnelly left alone, and a save by Konstantopoulos as he'll let it go for Levi Toohey. Toohey right now has the game-winning goal if it stands. But here comes Elijah Edwards. Edwards still with it. He'll throw it over for Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson looking around, drops it off. Here's a chance, scores! Owen Ron hard to the net, and he puts it by Zach Richards as the Northmen restore their 2-goal lead. 4-2 as Owen Ron strikes for Orangeville. Here it is. Nice give and go there with Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson sees Ron. He goes hard to the net and puts it by Zach Richards. So 4 different goal scorers for the Northmen. Owen Ron the latest. 4-2 Orangeville, 6:17:28 to go in the second period. Back to center for the ball drop. And the face-off. Kitchener-Waterloo win it, but they can't control. And it's scooped up by Sean Costigan. Costigan gets it over for Alex Messier. He'll leave it for Trey Deere and go off. Liam Matthews. Matthews down low for Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson back for Matthews. Liam Matthews, 8 on the shot clock. Liam Matthews. Over for Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson takes a shot. Save by Richards. He'll cover it up and leave it go for his defense. Now it's Reese DeChico up the floor. KW trying to get back within 1. Donnelly. Over to Barker. Down for Rathwell. Chris Rathwell takes a shot. He just whistled that one wide. Rebound DeChico was trying to catch Constantopoulos looking the other way. But unfortunately, he steps in a crease and it'll be Northman ball. 3.5 gone here in the second period. Orangeville 4, Kitchener-Waterloo 2. Game 1 of the quarterfinal series. As the Northmen looking to repeat as OJLL champions. Kitchener-Waterloo just trying to spoil the party in their first playoff appearance in a couple of years. There's a chance for Matthews. It's a shot wide. Deere with a shot, but it's blocked as it was tipped, so the back-over violation is waved off. Out of the net is Constantopoulos. He'll throw it down as a shot clock violation against the Northmen. With exactly 16 minutes to go in period number 2. Now it's James Donnelly. Donnelly goes across for Max Frateroli, who has one of the 2 goals for Kitchener-Waterloo. Donnelly, Barker, Rathwell. Rathwell trying to cut towards the net. He defended there nicely by Ciapara. Now it's back. Donnelly up high. And it's off the boards, off the back of the net. And it'll be there. A shot clock violation. It would have been, but Ciapara will start the play instead for Orangeville. Gets it for Owen Tubble. Over to Max Kruger. Kruger looking around for somebody to pass. He decides to shoot, but it's off the helmet of a player. And off the screen, but it's continued to be played. Kruger gets it right back. Over to Aiden Matthews. Matthews back for Kruger. Kruger trying to bust his way in. 5 on the shot clock. Has to hurry. Throws it on goal. Gets a shot but a save by Richards. Now Trey Deere. Penalty coming up as Sanderson was drilled down as Orangeville will get the extra attacker on as Constantopoulos will hustle to the bench. Orangeville 1 for 1 on the power play. We'll get a second opportunity unless they can score here on the delayed call. Extra attacker on. Matthews. Deere. Sanderson. For Aiden Matthews, 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Oh, a great chance, but he put it just wide. And they're going to reset to 30. I didn't think he hit the net, but that's what the Kitchener-Waterloo benches is screaming about. And now we'll get our whistle and a penalty call. And it'll be Northmen going to the power play. A little bit of jawing there between Sanderson and Lowen Martin, who's going to go off to the sin bin for 2 minutes or less. So it's a see here, get to look at that again. See, Martin just didn't like he was holding on pretty good, and he finally gave him a little bit of a high hit there, got his paddle up a little too high. It was an aggressive battle, but he got a little too aggressive there. Ill-advised penalty for Kitchener-Waterloo, and it'll be an Orangeville power play to try to get their 3-goal lead back that they had in the first period when they were up 3-0. High sticking is the call. Kruger behind the back to Sanderson. Back for Kruger. Trey Deer. Wait, shoots off the arm of Richards. And out of play. And it will be Orangeville ball. So they'll work it around. Oh, Liam Matthews couldn't handle the feed properly. It's being bodied there by Caden Berger. Berger really on him top, knocks him down. Now he's trying to get Kruger a little slow to get up there. Was Liam Matthews a little bit gingerly going back into the play. He's going to try to shake it off. There's Matthews with a chance. There was a good way to shake it off. You get a goal. But Richards got a piece of it. Racing up the floor now is Drayton Weinstein of Kitchener-Waterloo. He'll drop it off for James Donnelly as he'll kill some seconds off this penalty. Only a minute to go on it. 13:20 remaining in period 2. Northmen up by 2. On their second power play, they already have a power play goal here. And Dietweiler, the ball pops loose. They're trying to battle for it. He gets it back. And it'll be a shot clock violation, but good job there to eat up 30 seconds by Kitchener-Waterloo. But there's still 45 remaining on this power play. Kruger playing give and go with Deer. That'll get over for Matthews. Back for Trey Deer. Kruger. Deer back for Kruger. Takes a shot. Saved by Richards. Gobbled up and brought up to the floor by DeChico. Taking a pass from Crowder. DeChico. It's a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so they're going to hold to kill the rest of the penalty. So good job with the PK here by the visitors to keep it a 2-goal deficit. DeChico. Chico has it. Still hangs on. They will kill the penalty. Takes a shot. It was that one wide. And the shot clock violation against Kitchener-Waterloo. 12:14 remaining. Trey Deer pass it over for Liam Matthews. Matthews over for Sanderson. It's back for Cohen Jennings. Back for Liam Matthews. Over for Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson walks up. Oh, makes a nice move. Shoots. And getting a piece of that one was Richards. And they'll get a fresh 30 as it's scooped up by Owen Ron. Ron double team. Now he's triple teamed and the ball pops out. Picked back up by Kitchener-Waterloo. Look at Sanderson like a little pit bull. And he gets knocked down by Joe Columbus right at center floor. Coming in to help him out. Oh, they're pushing and shoving here. And it will be Orangeville ball after that. What a scrum there. Like a little rugby scrum here down at center floor, just down below our broadcast position. Now it's Aiden Matthews off the bench. Over to Max Kruger. Kruger, wait, shoots, saved by Richards. And the rebound scooped up by Graham Crowder. Crowder up the floor. Gets over center. Looks around to drop it off to somebody so he can go off to the bench. And he will now for James Donnelly. Donnelly for Frateroli. Max Frateroli shoots, and it goes wide. And that's going to be a back over violation against the visitors, and it'll be Northmen ball with 11 minutes remaining in the second period. And it'll be picked up in the corner. Dylan Sanderson for Trey Deer. Sanderson trying to drop it off for Ron. Ron in there tight, but it's picked up by Ryder Haynes. He's going to go for a ride up the floor. Haynes drops it off for Morton. Now they're trying to get something going here. Over to Malachi Good. Takes a shot and a save by Kozatopoulos. He had the paddle there stopping the 5-hole. Now up the floor. Feed for Donnie Scott. Scott racing hard. There's a pass. Trying to tic-tac-toe. They'll get it back to the point. Oh, the pass misses Scott. And it's a back over violation this time against Orangeville. Now it's Sam Savory. Savory for Graham Crowder. Kitchener-Waterloo looking to do something here. Donnelly for DeChico. DeChico. Back for the captain. Rathwell shoots it just wide and goes up into the netting above. And they're going to award possession to the Northmen with 9:50 remaining as they reach the halfway point of period 2. Here's a chance, Orangeville up the floor. But stepping in the crease was Liam Matthews, and because of that slide through the black paint, we're going to get the crew out on the floor again to wipe it up. So you have a sweat dripping. You don't want players to slip, so we'll have a little timeout on the floor here with 9:45 remaining in the second period. So just a reminder, here's a look at some of the action that happened earlier. Here's that goal by Kitchener-Waterloo as they left Rathwell all alone to score. That made it a one-goal game, but then back the other way came the Northmen as it was Dylan Sanderson playing give and go with Owen Ron, and Ron hard to the net, and he puts one by Zach Richards, and that's where we sit right now. Those are your 2 goals from period number 2, and it's 4-2 Northmen. Other scores quickly. Mimico, Toronto Beaches. We got a game now. 4-3 Mimico leads that one. And it's also a one-goal game out at ILA and Six Nations. The Arrows trail Peterborough 3-2. And now, just as I speak, the Beaches have tied it. 4-4, Toronto Beaches and Mimico out in Pickering tonight. And now up the floor comes Donnelly. It's over to Frateroli. The captain, Rathwell. Rathwell back to Frateroli. Shoots and he scores! Max Frateroli double dips for Kitchener-Waterloo, his second goal of the game. And they're within one again. 4-3, 9:32 remaining in the second. Here it is again. You see Frateroli up the top. Takes the pass, and he zings one past Evan Konstantopoulos. Frateroli with 2 to lead everybody in this game, and it's 4-3 Orangeville. 9.5 to go here in the second period. And off the draw, it's controlled by KW. But then a hit there, we're going to have a penalty call. And it's roughing. It's going to go against Orangeville, the KW to the power play. Here it is again. Big hit there. Well, like just, I don't know, a little, I guess it was, they saw it was a little high, so it's Graydon Stokes going off for roughing. Lacrosse is a tough sport, but I guess that was a little bit too aggressive. So Kitchener-Waterloo will take it, and they're going to try to tie this one up on the power play. They give it to that man right there. Frateroli has 2. Takes the feed. Frateroli walking in, but a save by Evan Konstantopoulos. And here we go, up the floor. Carter Coffey. The pass to Deer, but he stepped in the crease. Crease violation against Trey Deer. Tough break there. It would have been a shorthanded goal for the Northmen to kill some of his momentum right now by Kitchener-Waterloo, but crease violation. And a power play continues for the visitors. Rathwell for Donnelly. Over to Frateroli. Back for Donnelly. To Rathwell. Back for Donnelly. To Rathwell. To Donnelly. Fakes a shot. Rathwell trying to find Frateroli. He'll take it back. Shot clock though winds down. It'll be a violation against Kitchener-Waterloo. Ball is picked up by Alex Messier, who had a couple of beautiful breakaway goals in the game we covered earlier this season at Six Nations. Two-sport player, also plays for the Erie Otters in the OHL. And now they'll try to kill off some clock here in this penalty kill with the Northmen. Is Sanderson. 5 on the shot clock. Dylan Sanderson. The pass trying to find Deer again. Deer has it. Scores! At the end of the shot clock. This time he gets a shorthanded goal. Nothing runs like a deer. It's Trey Deer. Short-handed, and it's 5-3 Orangeville. Right at the end of the shot, you can see on the top of your screen the shot clock winding down. Deer has it, and he just got it off probably with half a second left. I think the Kitchener-Waterloo thought it was going to expire and be blown dead, but no. Deer took it right to the last 10th of a second, and he fires one by Zach Richards. Trey Deer had an incredible playoff last season. He had 63 points in their run to the title. Gets a goal here shorthanded, and it's 5-3. Northmen, here comes Kitchener-Waterloo. They're still in the power play for 30 seconds. Get a change in. Now they work it back. Donnelly. Rathwell to Donnelly. Gets it back, takes a shot. It's off a body and wide. Oh, and a crunch there as Frateroli hits Edwards. That big hit the other end. And they drop it back. Power play is over, though. Orangeville kill it off, and they also get a shorthanded goal from Trey Deer. So a pretty good exchange there. Now a chance. Frateroli's shot is blocked. And it's going to go all the way down to Zach Richards in the Kitchener-Waterloo crease. Big hit there at center as Aaron Taguri knocked down D. Tomasis. And coming up the floor now, it's Elijah Edwards. Gets it up ahead for Deer. Deer back for Jennings. Sanderson. There's Deer again with a shot. He just was the one. Rebound is blocked. Deer trying to get it back. It's bobbling around the ball down there, but it's picked up. They're up the floor. It's Graham Crowder. Crowder. Oh, he looked for the shot, but now he decides against it. He'll get the offense back on the floor for Kitchener-Waterloo. Give this young team credit. They're fighting hard. They're only down by 2 here. 6:18 remaining in the second period. Trying to pull off an upset in game 1. Donnelly. Frateroli shoots, and he bounced that just wide, and it gets up into the netting in the rafters of the Tony Rose. And here comes Levi Toohey again. Toohey just bounced it wide. And now it's a rush up the other end to Chico with it for Kitchener-Waterloo. Chico, pass. He takes the return feed, shoots. Saved by Konstantinopoulos. Ball sits loose, and they score! Ball being hit, it's put home by Reese DeChico. And it's a 1-goal game again. 5-4 with 5:51 to go. Here's a look at it on the replay. DeChico with the first shot, it stopped. Konstantinopoulos can't gobble the rebounds, and DeChico picks it up and puts it in before he gets drilled to the floor. What an effort there, and what a sequence for Reese DeChico. And it's a 1-goal game again. What a game we have here tonight. Game 1 of the quarterfinals. As you look over at that Kitchener-Waterloo bench, they must be ecstatic with this effort. As you look there at the young girls out there again, they're being really busy here tonight with these cleaning up the floor because there's so many sweat blotches. Because I said it's a steamy night here in the Tony Rose. So DeChico gets the goal. As Kitchener-Waterloo team came into the playoffs with house money. They had nothing to lose. They were the 8th seed, 7-13 on the regular season. Probably a lot of experts probably thought, you know what, this could be a easy series for Orangeville, but you know what? That's why you play the games. On paper, it might not look pretty, but on the floor, that's where you play. It doesn't matter. Hard work and dedication can keep your team in this game. As for Orangeville, they have a lot of talent, and they're going to have to be leery. They can't take a shift off against this upstart Kitchener-Waterloo squad. And another goal there to Chico, and it's a 1-goal game again. Said the last time these teams played, it was only a 2-goal victory for Orangeville, so Northmen are going to try to come out now and take their 2-goal lead back. It's been back and forth here between the clubs in period number 2. Now it's Kruger. Back for Matthews, he shoots. And it's off the boards behind the net and off the back of the net, and it's gobbled up by KW. Cole Doherty. Doherty being watched there by Coffey. He'll drop it off for Morton. Morton. Get it down now for Rathwell. Rathwell. Down low for Morton. Morton has his pass picked off, and here comes Carter Coffey up the floor again. Coffey cuts towards Bill, gets a pass off Deer. Deer circles behind the net. Deer out front for Ron. Owen Ron. Back for Liam Matthews. Matthews gets by a couple of defenders, takes a shot. It's off the leg. spinning around, trying to pick up the rebound as Rodney can't. And it's Kitchener-Waterloo. Here's a breakout pass. Martin coming up. They drop it back. Here's a chance. Oh, a nice shot there by Savory, but a better save by Konstantopoulos with the arm. But there's Martin with a chance. And a save by Konstantopoulos right in the top of his shin pad. It was stuck there. The evidence is plain as day as he makes the save. 4:15 remaining. Second period, Orangeville 5, Kitchener-Waterloo 4, game 1 of the quarterfinal series on the OJLL YouTube channel. There's a chance down low, but just put wide by the Northmen. Here they come again. Weinstein. Oh, and a turnover there. Oh, here's a chance. Deer all alone, but a better save by Richards. And it's going to be a turnover now to Kitchener-Waterloo. Back and forth these teams go. 3:45 remaining. DeChico has the last goal for Kitchener-Waterloo. Drops it off for James Donnelly. Donnelly. Chance for Logue. A hard shot stopped by Konstantopoulos. Rebound, a fresh 30 to DeChico. Logue. Matthews back now to Frateroli. Logue. Finds DeChico. DeChico held up there a little bit. Penalty coming up to Orangeville. Once they touch it, and now they do. Holding is going to be the call in a power play for the visitors. 3:11 remaining in the second period. They're looking to tie it up, and here it is. It's Tui being a little too aggressive there as he got his arms up a little high towards the neck region of DeChico, and the referee puts his hand up. And another timeout on the floor with 3:11 remaining in the second period. Game 2 of the series will go Tuesday night at Kitchener-Waterloo, 7:30 start, and then we're back here for Game 3 at the Tony Rose, 8 p.m. on Thursday. So come out and enjoy some great lacrosse. There'll be some great lacrosse here on the OJLL YouTube channel coming up Tuesday night. We're in Peterborough for Six Nations at Peterborough, Game 2, 8 p.m. And then Thursday night, Game 3, St. Catharines versus Whitby, 7:30. Both games live on the OJLL YouTube channel. Join us live for those. And there's lots of games going on in between all this action, so go to your local lacrosse arena and enjoy this great action. Nothing like a good couple hours out watching some young men play some lacrosse very intensely. Now power play. There's a chance. Frateroli, he scores! It's the hat trick for Max Frateroli. And it's tied at 5 with under 3 to go here in period 2. And the Tony Rose Arena seems a little shocked. Behind the back feed goes to Frateroli. And right through the 5-hole. And it's a goal for the hat trick. So 5-all tie. 3 goals for Frateroli. And now they control the face-off. That was Weinstein coming up. Drops it off, looking for the first lead of the night. To Chico. Chico, he gets by the defender. There's a pass. Savory shoots. And it's blocked. Hits an Orangeville player, so back over is weaved off. Shot clock, though, winding down. Only 5 to go. They have to hurry. Rathwell comes up and gets a shot off at the end with a second left, but then Orangeville will recover the rebound. So 5-all tie with 2:19 remaining in period 2. Now they get it over for Owen Ron. Back for Sanderson, makes a nice move, comes in and gets hit hard, but gets a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Ron, Kruger, Deere, Matthews, Sanderson. Dylan Sanderson back for Liam Matthews. Oh, he has an opening. Here comes Matthews towards the goal. But shutting the door is Zach Richards. And again, we'll have a timeout on the floor for a towel wipe. So as we knew there'd be a lot of these here this evening because of the heat and humidity in Orangeville and across the Ontario League. And so we'll have time here to look at the action. This is Frateroli. He's got the hat trick. There's his first of the night, getting that in the first period. That got the Kitchener-Waterloo squad in the game. And here we go again. Here it is again. He takes the feed. And from up high will rifle a wrister pass, Cosentopoulos. That's his second goal. And then coming up is his third of the night, the hat trick goal on the power play, behind the back feed. And right through the wickets, right through the 5-hole of Cosentopoulos. Max Frateroli, 3 goals for Kitchener-Waterloo, and that's where we sit now, 5-all tie. And there was actually a penalty called as well, so it'll be an Orangeville power play. As it looks like it's Caden Berger, the guilty party, for a hold. I believe it was for a hold. So under 2 minutes to go in the period, Orangeville will try to get their lead back here on the power play. So here we go, Orangeville with the man advantage. Max Kruger, Liam Matthews, Kruger. Matthews has it for Kruger. Back for Matthews, back for Kruger. Kruger winds up, saved by Richards. And he gobbles up the rebound. And he'll get it ahead for Lowen Merton. Merton has it. Drops it off for DeChico. Reese DeChico. Over for James Donnelly, who had the assist on that game-tying goal by Max Frateroli. Shot clock winding down. Donnelly has a chance now. Puts it on goal, and it actually went off the face mask, I think, of Siapara. He's shaking that one off as he goes towards the bench. Bringing up the floor now, it's Owen Tuvell. Tuvell, under a minute to go in the period. Deere, back for Liam Matthews. Deere, back for Matthews. For Kruger, for Liam Matthews. Matthews shoots! And off the post and all the way down the floor to Chico, trying to pick it up. Chico and Deere in a foot race. And Deere gets back there to block the ball from Chico. What hard work there by Trey Deere. He gets a nice hand from the crowd here, Tony Rose. Back up the floor come Orangeville. Shot clock, game clock about the same here with 20 seconds to go in the period. Orangeville trying to take the lead to the locker room. Liam Matthews waits, feeds Kruger. Back to Matthews. Behind the back, here's a chance and they score! Aiden Matthews on the power play with 9 seconds remaining in the period. And the Northmen retake the lead, 6-5. As it looks like they'll go to the locker room with that lead. Here it is again. It's Kruger. And they're behind the back feed. Liam over to Aiden, and Aiden strikes. Another power play goal for the Northmen. Their power play was deadly in the regular season, and it is so far here tonight in game 1. Aiden Matthews gets on the board. 6-5 Northmen, and they win the faceoff. And here comes Siapara. He throws one a goal, a save. Rebound, and Deere is robbed as the buzzer goes to end period number 2. Kitchener-Waterloo fought hard to tie it, but a late power play goal by Aiden Matthews gives Orangeville the lead going into the locker room. After 40 minutes, Orangeville 6, Kitchener-Waterloo 5. Game 1 of the first round quarterfinal OJLL playoffs. You're watching it on the YouTube channel. We'll be back for period 3 in a few moments.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing.
Yeah, let's go. Raise up one time, go get it. It's yours. Let's shine. Come on.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
You can catch the fun with lacrosse, Canada's national summer sport. Everyone can experience the excitement of lacrosse, where fun meets fitness and friends are made. Lacrosse is one of the youngest organized sports children can play. And with 66 clubs throughout Ontario, everyone can get in on the fun. Visit playlacrosse.com. Our interactive map will help you find a lacrosse club in your area. Join the Ontario lacrosse community today. Ask a parent before going online.
Welcome back to Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoff action on the OJLL YouTube channel. 6-5, Orangeville leads Kitchener-Waterloo, about to begin the third. Here's the goals for the second period. It was Chris Rathwell getting KW within one. Then it was Owen Ron playing give and go with Dylan Sanderson, takes the feed and goes hard to the net and puts one home. That made it 4-2 Orangeville at that point. Then it was Max Frateroli taking the feed up high off the fake shot, and he'll just rip a wrister past Evan Konstantopoulos to make it 4-3. And then it was Trey Deer almost as the shot clock expires. This is short-handed, just puts one home, and that made it 5-3. But then Kitchener-Waterloo gets a couple back to tie it up. First, it's the great effort of Reese DeChico. Puts one home before getting drilled to the floor, and made it 5-4. Then on the power play, it was Max Frateroli getting his hat trick, putting one through the 5-hole of Konstantopoulos. Then a power play for the Northmen late in the period, and with 9 seconds to go, it was Aiden Matthews getting the behind-the-back feed from Liam, and that made it 6-5, and that's where we sit over to begin period number 3. It's been a hard-fought battle here at the Tony Rose Arena tonight. Other scores around the league: Toronto Beach is up 6-4 on Mimico in game 1, and then Peterborough with 6 Asians in a battle at the ILA. That's 4-all. Here we go, period number 3. Can the Northmen hold on, or will Kitchener-Waterloo pull off the upset? Northmen control the opening draw. Now it's put up for Liam Matthews. Matthews will drop it back for Dylan Sanderson. Over for Max Kruger. Kruger puts it on goal, and a save by Richards. Shots on goal going into the third period were 41-24 in favor of the Northmen. But the big number that matters, Northmen 6, Kitchener-Waterloo 5. Frateroli will drop it off. Donnelly, Rathwell. Barker, back for Donnelly. Donnelly puts it on goal, but I think it was hitting the running Graydon Stokes. Shot clock has been reset. Here's a shot and a save by Konstantopoulos. Northern didn't think it should have been reset. It was, but nonetheless, no harm, no foul for Orangeville. Racing up the floor, it's Levi Tui. Decides to not go for another goal. He'll just drop it off, and the offense will get back on the floor for the Northmen. Now it's Cam Sanderson. Dropping out for Matthews. There's Trey Deer with a shot, but I think it's hit his own player. Ball sits there, picked up by Eden Matthews. And the shot clock will expire. And a violation against Orangeville. Minute and a half gone in the third period. Still 6-5, the Northmen lead. The defending Ontario Junior Lacrosse League champions trying to get back to the Minto Cup that they lost last year in the finals at Coquitlam, 2-0. They want another crack at it. This time be closer to home if they can in St. Catharines in the middle of August, about a month away. Turnover now, and it's brought up the floor by the captain, Siapara. Siapara. Wait, shoots! And it bounces off a player, another play. And it'll be Northman ball, and the fan gave it right to the player, Liam Matthews. Now for Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson. Back for Matthews. Give and go, Matthews. Circles back. Liam Matthews has an opening, shoots. And he gets hit hard to the floor by Doherty, but a save by Zach Richards. Now it's Donnelly dropping it back for Logue. John Logue. Now low to Frateroli, back for Rathwell. Rathwell. Pass over to Donnelly. 10 on the shot clock. Donnelly for Logue. Logue fights off one defender. Goes to the net. Shoots! And a save by Konstantopoulos as he protected that 5-hole. That's where Logue was looking to go. But now it's Trey Deer. Shorthanded goal for Deer in the second period. Deer. Sanderson! Fired wide. Foot race for the ball, but it's going to go all the way back to Konstantopoulos in the Orangeville crease. Konstantopoulos now will come up the floor a little bit. Gives it to Trey Deer. Deer Deer looking to go hard to the net. Spins back. Deer. There's a pass to Kruger. Kruger goes in, shoots! And he fired it wide. Still 10 on the shot clock. But it goes out of play. And it's a back over violation. It'll be Kitchener ball. Dietweiler drops it back for Barker. Barker for Donnelly. Donnelly gets a pick. Donnelly takes a shot. And it's off the backboards, off the back of the net. Fools the people here in the crowd. Almost fooled me. But it stays out and it's still 6-5 Orangeville. Almost hit the 4-minute mark of period 3. Liam Matthews has a goal tonight. Trying to make it 2. Matthews gets a pass. Chance for Ron. Tries to bounce it in. Couldn't. 10 on the shot clock. Kruger trying to find Aiden Matthews. Has some trouble. He'll get it back to Liam. Shot clock winding down. Liam shoots. Gets it off just before it expires, but a save by Zach Richards. Now it's Logue. Logue. Back for Rathwell. For Logue. John Logue. There's a pass shot. Scores! Malachi Good makes good on that shot. And they tied up again. Kitchener-Waterloo 6-6. 15:25 to go. Coming out of nowhere was Good. Takes the feed and just puts a wrister by Constantopoulos. I think he fooled him a little bit. But this never say die young squad fighting hard to steal home court advantage. So Malachi Good on the board. What a job tonight by this young squad of Kitchener-Waterloo. They're giving the Northmen all they can handle here. Was a 3-0 Northmen lead in the first, but since then, Kitchener-Waterloo have been fighting hard to stay in it. Now they tie it up again. They tied it at 5 late in the second, but then it was a power play goal by Aiden Matthews to get in the locker room at 6-5. Now again, we are tied at 6, and they're looking to take their first lead of the game. Now it's dropped back for Savory. He'll get it down low. Dietweiler back for Donnelly. Now they work it back for Savory. Savory cuts in. Let's push it from his knees. Takes a shot as a shot clock violation. But a good effort there by Sam Savory. Pass ahead for Trey Deer as Northmen come up the floor. Trying to get the lead back. 5 minutes gone here in the third. Liam Matthews down low for Trey Deer. Deer. Back for Matthews behind the back, but he put it wide. Ball is up for grabs. Cohen Jennings over for Max Kruger. Shot clock winding down. Kruger. And that pass didn't work. And it'll be a shot clock violation against the Northmen. Now it's up to the captain, Rathwell. Rathwell. Drops it back for Donnelly. Over to Frateroli. Now for Donnelly, shoots! And a big save there by Constantopoulos as Donnelly has a few words and shows for Togiri as he goes off. Now the ball is dropped for Aiden Matthews. 20 on the shot clock. Matthews over to Cam Sanderson. Cam Sanderson behind the back. Oh, they tried to feed out to Costigan, didn't work. Picked off by Kitchener-Waterloo. Graham Crowder with some tough work. Drops it off for Good, who has the game-tying goal. He'll leave it for Keegan Dietweiler. Back for Logue. Work it around over to Savory. Savory takes a shot off his own player. Felt that one. Tough break there as it hit Dietweiler. It's a shot clock violation against Kitchener-Waterloo. Tough break there. Hit his own player in the head. Under 13 minutes remaining in the third. Matthews trying to hit a streaking run. Left there for Sanderson. 10 on the shot clock. Aiden Matthews. Matthews finds an opening, takes a shot, he scores! Aiden Matthews with some nice work, juking and jiving around that floor, and the Northmen take the lead back 7-6 on Aiden's second goal of the night. Here's a look at the replay. See Matthews looks, he goes left, and then he puts one by Zach Richards. It bounces home. Probably that slippery floor helped him a little bit. And a big goal for the Northmen. It's 7-6. 12:39 remaining as we get another wipe of the floor from the Sweat. Two goals for Aiden Matthews to lead all Northmen players. Max Frateroli has a hat trick. I think you're going to call for a wipe of the floor here at center. Don't forget our next telecast coming up this week, Tuesday night. Six Nations at Peterborough, Game 2, 8 p.m. from the PMC. And then on Thursday, it's Game 3, St. Catharines at Whitby, 7:30. Both games can be found here on the OJLL YouTube channel. So you can join us for them. Should be some great action. And now we're back to center for the draw. Waiting to see here. Official Thompson finally gives the go-ahead, and it's picked up by Kitchener-Waterloo. That'll get up. That'll work it down low for Rathwell. Rathwell up for Frateroli. Down for Donnelly. James Donnelly over to Barker. Rathwell. Cross floor is a chance. Just fire wide though by Malachi Good. Rathwell, and that's a shot clock violation against KW. 8 minutes gone here in the third period. Aiden Matthews' second goal of the game is the go-ahead marker right now as the Northmen lead 7-6. Game 1 of the quarterfinal series. Now it's Liam Matthews. Matthews, shoot, save! And the rebound gobbled up by Zach Richards. Trey Deer right on his doorstep. Up the floor. They have to hurry, and they do not. 8-second violation. He didn't get it off in time, so a tough turnover to take there for Kitchener-Waterloo. And the Northmen get the ball back. Over to Max Kruger for Cam Sanderson. There's Liam Matthews, and he scores! A rocket into the top corner as Liam gets his second goal of the night. And the Northmen open up a 2-goal lead, and that turnover proves costly for Kitchener-Waterloo. So here it is, Liam Matthews over to Kruger, to Sanderson, back to Matthews, and he rifles one into the top corner. And it's 8-6 Orangeville with 11:24 remaining in regulation time. Columbus and Koskinen to center floor for the faceoff. Columbus holds possession, but he drops it back to Chico. Chico up ahead for Lowen Martin, but then he loses the handle. And drilled there, a couple of players, all a little bit more pushing and shoving down near the Orangeville bench. And now it comes up the floor, it's Koskinen with it. Koskinen back for Matthews, Aiden Matthews. Over for Sanderson. Dylan Sanderson takes a shot, it's whistled wide. Koskinen can't control, it's a back over violation against Orangeville. So right now we have the exact score as the last meeting between these clubs on June 27th. It was a 8-6 Northmen win. There's a shot that's just fired wide by Frateroli. And this time it's a back over violation against Kitchener-Waterloo. So as we said, Game 2 goes in Kitchener on Tuesday night. And then Game 3 will be back here at the Tony Rose Arena, 8 p.m. Thursday night. Now it's Liam Matthews. The pass, the shot is partially blocked. There's a rebound of Cohen Jennings coming in. But he stopped. And they're going to give the ball back to KW. So nearing the halfway point of the third period. Orangeville have opened up a 2-goal lead. Look at the ferocious defense causing a back over violation against the visitors. And it goes back to Liam Matthews. 2 goals already. Pass across for Sanderson. As Elijah Edwards will go off for Owen Ron, and he'll take the feed off the bench. Dylan Sanderson now with it. Sanderson walks in, and it's stopped by Richards, and Richards coming out to park the screen. It's a turnover now, and racing up the floor, it's Reese to Chico. The Chico with some speed. Turns back, leaves it for Ryder Haynes as they both go off to the bench. As the offense transitions back on the floor for KW. John Logue, the former Oakville Buzz, came over the trade deadline. Logue trying to make something happen. Got a penalty coming up. The hand is up. Big hit, hard to the boards by Toguri. It's going to be against Orangeville. The shot clock expires. Holding will be the call. So Kitchener-Waterloo. There at center you see it was Tui and Donnelly having a conversation, and it will be Sean Costigan going off for holding. So an important power play coming up right now for Kitchener-Waterloo to try to make this a 1-goal game again. This could be a turning point in this one. 9:19 remaining, as you can see. So you're watching the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League on their YouTube channel. Alan Corrigan with you from the Tony Rose Arena. Game 1 quarterfinal series. Northmen against Kitchener-Waterloo. Northmen won it all last year, looking to repeat. Kitchener-Waterloo missed the playoffs last year, looking to make a little noise. They have been in this game. They've been playing tight with the Northmen. There's a chance, and they score! Just 5 seconds into the power play. It's Malachi Good, making good for the second time in the game. And here we go. This young upstart team makes it a 1-goal game again. They're keeping the Northmen on their toes. And there we go. You get the ball to Donnelly. Work it down, and here it is. Good. High shot over the shoulder of Constantopoulos. And it's an 8-7 game, 9:14 remaining. And Columbus again with some good holding of the ball there, and he wins the draw. Now up the floor, Weinstein. Leaves it for DeChico. Chico with it. Now it's Savory over the Dietweiler. Dietweiler feeds to Chico. Finds an opening. There's a chance for Rathwell, saved by Constantopoulos, and he scoops up the rebound. Pass goes to Owen Tubble. Up ahead for Owen Ron. Ron drops it back for Eden Matthews. Matthews. Over for Sanderson. Back for Kruger. Back for Matthews. 10 on the shot clock. Eden Matthews shoots. Saved by Richards, and the rebound gobbled up by DeTomasis. They had to hurry. Only 3 seconds, and they do get it over before the 8 seconds. They got caught once, and it burned them, but not this time. But then the visitors will turn it over, and it's Northman ball. Constantopoulos up ahead for Toguri. Toguri. Let's look at those baby blue shoes of Mimico. That's where he came from the trade deadline. Now it's Liam Matthews for Trade-Ear. Shot there by Kruger was bounced wide. And it looks like that went high and went out of play off Orangeville, says the official. And it'll be Kitchener-Waterloo ball trying to tie it up with 7:40 remaining in the third period. Frateroli has a hat trick. And now the ball goes over to Nolan Barker. Barker for Donnelly. Finds Frateroli. Over to Barker. Barker trying to fight off the defense. Frateroli for Donnelly. Trying to fight Barker, doesn't work. That's some tight defense there by Toguri. Toguri up the floor for Elijah Edwards. 7:11 left. Now it's Aiden Matthews on hat trick watch, as is Liam. Kruger. Max Kruger. They get the pass broken up. Cohen Jennings takes a hard bump. Shot clock winding down. 3 seconds left. He has to shoot. He does. Good chance, but a good save there by Zach Richards to hold it out. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. It's going to be another wipe of the sweat and water and all the liquids. With 6:44 remaining, what an entertaining game here tonight. Got even the cameramen sweating all around here tonight. It's a steamy one at the Tony Rose. You look at some of the latest action. There's a nice goal there. That was Malachi Good getting it. That was his first goal. And back the other way, some highlights here recently of some of the goals here in the third period. This is the Aiden Matthews goal that Richards would like to have back. And there's the pass here. I think it's the one by Liam this time. Liam, yeah, takes the feed. Goes into the top corner. That made it 8-6. And then here's a power play goal just 5 seconds in. The ball will find its way to Malachi Good, and he'll make no mistake over the shoulder of Evan Konstantopoulos to make it an 8-7 game with 6:44 remaining in regulation time. As the young ladies will take their towels and go off to the bench. They've been really busy here tonight, and that's a combination of the intense play on the floor, the sweat of all the players. So 6:40 to go. Kitchener trying to tie it up here in game one of the quarterfinal series. Now it's Rathwell. Rathwell coming in, takes a shot, and Konstantopoulos gets a piece of that one. And it's gobbled up by the captain, Jaden Siapara. Gets it up the floor for Donnie Scott. Scott now will put on the brakes. He'll get it back for Deere, and then the offense will get on the floor for Orangeville. Trey Deere. Down low for Liam Matthews. Matthews off to a streaking Dylan Sanderson off the bench. Back for Max Kruger. Over to Liam Matthews. Matthews. There's a feed. Deere! Oh, but he got his toe in the crease. Trying to score his second goal of the game. And it's Kitchener-Waterloo ball, under 6 to go in regulation time. Donnelly. Up for Savory. Takes a return feed from Barker to Savory. Savory. And a little pick there, and it's Orangeville ball. They're going to hurry up the floor. Deere. Deere. Costigan. Back for Deere. He scores! Trey Deere buries the ball for his second goal of the game, and it's 9-7 Northmen. 5:40 to go in regulation. Good play there with Costigan. Here it is on the replay. See there, Deere caused the turnover, doing all the work. He's racing up the floor. He gets it over to Costigan. Costigan drops it back behind his shoulder, and Deere makes no mistake for goal number 2 in the game. A big one with 5:40 remaining. 9-7 Northmen. As we have some more timeout on the floor as they clean up some more sweat. As you look there at the Northmen bench. Some of the hard workers there. You do a pan across. Costigan there made a nice play back to Deere. He was there on your screen. See coming now, it's Owen Ron for the draw. He has a goal in this game. He'll take the draw against Joe Columbus. He's been pretty good on the faceoff dot for Kitchener-Waterloo. And again, he's holding it, but he gives it up to Siapara. Drops it back for Carter Coffey. Coffey gets it over for Aiden Matthews. Max Kruger. Kruger cutting hard. It's over to Matthews. Aiden Matthews. Sanderson, 5 on the shot clock. It's Liam Matthews shoots. And getting his save was Zach Richards. Up the floor in a hurry is DeChico. Now we'll put on the brakes. These are for Weinstein. He'll go off as well. Now it's Rathwell. Offense back on the floor as he'll drop it off to Savory. Over to Rathwell. Rathwell. Back for Donnelly. Donnelly. Oh, that pass didn't work. And it'll be a back over violation against Kitchener-Waterloo with 4:40 to go. And Deere will come to pick up the ball for Orangeville. 2 goals already for Trey Deere. He has the latest one. Now it's Cam Sanderson. Sanderson gets a pick from Deere behind the net. Pass out front. Oh, a good chance there. Just went over the net. Aiden Matthews back for Trey Deere. There's a shot by Cam Sanderson. It goes wide. And it sits behind the crease of Ron in the battle. Owen Ron trying to fight his way there. And Ron. And it'll be a shot clock violation against Orangeville. Now it's Dietweiler. Dropping it back for Good. He's on hat trick watch as well. There's a pass, and swing and a miss there by Donnelly. Rebound coming in and getting a foot. The crease was Dietweiler, and again, timeout on the floor for a wipe. 3:51 to go. 9-7 Orangeville here on the OJLL YouTube channel. We'll get a look at the out-of-town scoreboard while we have a moment, and we'll also look at some score. We'll get some goals on your screen. Why not at first? There's that. Broken down play is Trey Deere shot with half a second to go in the shot clock. That was a short-handed goal. That was his first goal of the game. And here's his second one. It just happened moments ago as he gets the return feed from Koskin. And Deere makes no mistake. He was on fire in last year's playoffs. Big reason why Orangeville won it all. And he's doing the same thing here tonight. So out of town right now. Toronto Beach is up 7-4 on Mimico. That game is in the third period. With only 3:15 remaining, so they're trying to bring it home. And then in Six Nations, Peterborough in overtime steals home court advantage away from Six Nations. 6-5 Peterborough in overtime over the Arrows at the ILA. Matthew Drimmy with the game winner. 8:40 in. And a legal pick there against the Northmen. And they again were calling for a wipe. Yeah, see, like every play now, but that's the problem with this hot night. The players are sweating buckets out there, and to every stoppage. So minor upset happening at the Six Nations tonight. So Peterborough with the 1-0 series lead. With Game 2 coming up here on the OJL YouTube channel. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. from the PMC. The Lakers will try to take a 2-0 series lead on Six Nations. 8 p.m. live, so that should be entertaining. And Six Nations steal one on the road in Peterborough, as Peterborough did tonight, pulling off an overtime victory at the ILA. Both the Beaches and Orangeville trying to hold court on their home floor tonight. It's a 2-goal lead right now for the Northmen, but the feisty Kitchener-Waterloo squad has been trying to fight back at every chance. Now here come the Kitchener-Waterloo squad again, trying to get it. Fradatoli. It's held there, but takes a shot. He scores! Again, the hot stick of Max Fradatoli gets his 4th goal of the game. And again, Kitchener-Waterloo have fought back to make it a 1-goal game. Fradatoli is rolling tonight, and there it is again. Thought about the shot, gets held up, pulls back and puts one through. Constantopoulos. So Frateroli 4 on the night, half of Kitchener's goals, and it's 9-8. As Kitchener-Waterloo are trying to pull off the upset and do what Peterborough did and take away home floor advantage from the Northmen. Now Elijah Edwards gets knocked down, and it's a loose ball picked up by DeChico. 3 minutes remaining. We've had one overtime game in the playoffs tonight in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Are we going to have a second one? Detweiler. Down low for Rathwell. Rathwell. Back for Logue. Logue. Over to Donnelly. Donnelly. 5 on the shot clock. Loses it though, and Constantopoulos flips it up and gives it to Graydon Stokes. Dropped off to Trey Deer. Deer. Back for Liam Matthews. Matthews. Over to Aiden. Aiden has it. There to Dylan Sanderson. Sanderson spins back. Feeds Kruger. Shot clock winding down. Matthews shoots. Oh, and just getting the 5-hole shut in time was Zach Richards. And it still remains a 1-goal game. 2 minutes ago in regulation time. Almost slipping there was Frateroli. Probably more sweat on the floor. Gets back Rathwell. Donnelly. Frateroli. Savory now. Savory cuts towards the net, bounces it wide. Shot clock winding down. And it's going to roll by. It'll be a shot clock violation. Got some pushing and shoving there near the Orangeville bench. Northman ball with 90 seconds left in the third period. Need a big defensive stand right now, just Kitchener-Waterloo. They want to send this to overtime. Trey Deer. This is a return feed from Sanderson. Now Dylan Sanderson. Down low for Cam. Takes a shot and he put it just wide. And now without a paddle is Crowder, and he knocks down Trey Deer. And it's a back over violation. Kitchener ball with 1:06 to go. And they're going to pull. Zach Richards are going to go to tie it up here. Extra attacker on. A minute to go. Over to Rathwell. Oh, he slipped. He's slipping all over the place. Floor is greasy. Rathwell tries to feed Donnelly. And it goes out of play. And they're going to say it went off Donnelly, so it'll be Northman ball. And got a timeout again to floor. Now they're going to start up in Deer. So again, Kitchener-Waterloo going to have a defensive stand. There's about an 18-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. So KW looking for a quick turnover here. Aiden Matthews has the ball. Matthews back for Liam. Over to Max Kruger, walks in, saved by Richards. And going through the crease. Oh, he has a pushing and shoving here. Kruger and DeChico. As the temper's boiling over, this is just to start this series. This is the bad blood already starting. The game 2 going on Tuesday night in Kitchener. So here we go. It's Kitchener ball. And they call a timeout with 20.5 seconds left. One chance to send this to overtime. So you already had one overtime game here tonight. Six Nations losing to Peterborough at the ILA. So Peterborough with a 1-0 series lead. Here you look at some of the latest goals. This is that Frateroli one, his 4th of the game. That made it 9-8. He's been on fire here tonight, Frateroli. He's had the hot stick for Kitchener-Waterloo. He had 21 in the regular season. He already got 4 here in the playoffs. And here's a look at his hat-trick goal there through the 5-hole. So you're probably thinking that if you're Kitchener-Waterloo, you're looking to pass to him. And there's the latest goal by Frateroli. So 9-8. What an effort, though, by the Kitchener-Waterloo squad. A young squad going into these playoffs with house money. They're still wiping up the floor. I mean, that's the problem here tonight. It's so hot and humid in this building, Tony Rose. Donnelly getting last-minute instruction from the bench. So here we go. One last chance to see if we can go to overtime. 9-8, they trail. Frateroli, Rathwell shoots off ahead and out of play. And it will still remain Kitchener ball. Rathwell, 10 seconds left. Rathwell shoots. Saved by Konstantopoulos. He has it. He's going to throw it down the floor. It's intercepted. There's one more chance, but it's broken up. And the Northmen will hang on for dear life, and they will hang on. But what an effort by Kitchener-Waterloo to make this a game. Tough loss for them, but the Northmen hang on and will take game one of this quarterfinal series in their quest to repeat as OJLL champions. They win 9-8 over Kitchener-Waterloo, but what an effort from this young squad. They didn't quit. They were right within the end. They were one shot away from tying it, and they just couldn't get the tying goal, but what an effort. But the Northmen will hang on for the 9-8 victory and take a 1-0 series lead going into Game 2 Tuesday night in Kitchener. So once again, the final score, Northmen 9, Kitchener-Waterloo 8. Northmen take a 1-0 series lead in the best-of-5 quarterfinal series. Next telecast on the YouTube channel is Tuesday night, Game 2. Six Nations at Peterborough. Peterborough with a 1-0 series lead, trying to steal Game 2 at home. For JVI video behind the scenes, bringing you the sights and sounds, Alan Corkum saying good night from Orangeville. The final score once again, 9-8 Northmen over Kitchener-Waterloo. You've been watching the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs on the OJLL YouTube channel. Good night, and we'll see you Tuesday for Game 2 from Peterborough.